So we're going to continue on with geometry, and today I want to introduce you to something that you might already know, and that is if I take a ruler, and let me try and get the ruler straight. If I take a ruler and I draw a line, I just draw a straight line across, and then I take the ruler and I move it up, and I move it up straight up, and I draw a line like that. Another line, okay? I'll bring it up there just for the moment. Now, these two lines, they look like train tracks, don't they? If you're looking at a train track from above, they look like train tracks, or they look like a straight road, or they look like lines in a copybook. If two lines are like this, they are straight and they're both above each other, just like this, they are called parallel lines, okay? Parallel lines. And the rule about the rule of parallel lines is that parallel lines never cross each other. They never cross. They just continue on and on and on and on and on and on and on this way. And they will never cross because they keep going side by side, just like this. Okay, so these don't cross. They are always going like this. All right. Now, if I take my ruler again, I'm going to change to using a red pen. And I get my ruler and I draw a line that goes like this. And I take my ruler and I draw a line like that. I get rid of the ruler. Now I'm going to use a blue pen. Now this line crosses the two parallel lines. It goes across the two parallel lines and it's a straight line. So we've been learning about angles and about geometry, and you have learned about opposite angles and the rule of opposite angles. And you learned that this angle here, let's call this angle A, okay? Angle A here is equal to the opposite angle. So A here is equal to here. Opposite angles are equal. That's what we learned 2 lessons ago. And this smaller angle, this acute angle, and it's acute because it's less than 90 degrees. This acute angle in green, let's call this angle B, all right? B, and this one also is B, because opposite angles, they are opposite each other, they are equal. Well, the new rule that we're going to learn today is to do a parallel lines. Now, and that rule is, let me go back to my blue pen. If we have two lines and they're parallel, and then we have a line going across like this, A here is equal to A here. Because this line, this black line, and this black line are both sort of going straight across, and this red line is cutting across them at the same angle. So this angle here, A, the blue angle, is equal to this angle. Okay? And this angle is opposite this angle, so this is also equal. So this angle, this one here, this one here, this one here, and this one here, they are all the same. Now, I don't know off the top of my head. I'm guessing it would be about 140 degrees or something like that. We would have to get a protractor and use the protractor to measure exactly what this angle is. But I'm guessing it would be about 140 degrees. It would be more than 90, but less than 180. And then, again, the same rule. If this is A and this is A, then this angle here must be B. And this angle here must also be B. Okay? Because this line goes across straight, so does this, and this red line cuts it at the same angle as it does. So it cuts through this line here and this line here at the same angle. So this angle in green is the same as this angle in green. This angle in green is the same as this angle in green. Now, if you had two lines, and I'll quickly draw this out. So if we had, and I'm just going to take this over here, here's my ruler. If I had a line like this, and then I had a line that was slightly askew. So these two lines are not parallel, okay? These two lines are not parallel. Eventually, these two lines will cross each other. They look kind of parallel, but they're not. And so if I had my ruler again, and I drew a line going through these two lines, and I'll use a different color pen. I do this. This looks similar to this, but it's not. They are not parallel. So the rule that I've shown you here is not applicable here. Okay, you can't use it here because it only works with parallel lines. Okay. Now I'm just going to get rid of this so it doesn't confuse you. And parallel lines are like train tracks. They are two lines that never cross. Now that we have gone over that, I want to show you, not this one, I want to show you this one. So here is a sum, and they are asking us, this is from the textbook, they're asking us in each of the following diagrams. So there is 3 diagrams, diagram 1, 2, and 3. In each of the following diagrams, write down the number of angles, okay, sorry, the number of the angle that corresponds to the shaded angle, okay? Corresponds here means write down the number of the angle that is the same as the shaded angle. Okay, the shaded angle is this here. This is the shaded angle. So we want to find out what angles are the same as this angle, the shaded angle. Well, first rule that we learned was the opposite, the rule of opposite angles. So let's go through, let's just write our answer is, there's going to be a few different answers. First of all, 2, number 2. Angle number 2, this is the same as this because it is an opposite angle. And we just learned that parallel lines are create the same angle here as well. So 4 is the same as the shaded angle. So it's 2 and 4. And if 4 is equal to this, 4 must be also equal to 6. So we have the shaded angle, and this is equal to the shaded angle, so is this, and so is this. So I'll do another one over here, okay? So we have our shaded angle, sorry, and this angle is equal to this angle, okay, because they're opposites. So that means that our first answer is 2. And by the rule of parallel lines, this shaded angle is also the same as this one. So 7 is also going to be the same as the shaded angle. And because 5 is opposite 7, 5 must also be the same type of, or the same angle, the same degree. And then over here we have our shaded angle. First thing we do is we circle our opposite angle, okay? So the first answer is our opposite angle, which is 3. And then we can see, just like here, this shaded one is equal to this, number 4. So 3 and 4. And then 6 is opposite 4. So 6 is also the same angle. Now, This might be a bit confusing at first, all right, but it's all about practice. It's just practice, and it's really good to challenge yourself. And I've got a few questions here that I'd like you to do for homework that are exactly like this. So here they are here. So it says, in each of the following figures, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, three figures. Write down the number of the angle which is alternative to the shaded angle. Now, actually, what I want here, I want you to ignore the question because I misread it. So I want you to ignore that question. And I want you to do exactly what we did in the last question, okay? So with each of these diagrams, I want you to find out which angle is equal to the shaded angle, okay? And you should get 3 answers, okay? In each one, there's 3 answers, okay? And this one here, there's also 3 answers. So which angle is equal, is the same, degrees-wise, is the same as the shaded angle, okay? So there's going to be 3 numbers for each of the answers. All right, so that's your homework, is those 3 sums. And I want you to take a picture and send it to me through Google Classroom. If you don't know how to do that, please let me know. And I've made a video showing you how to do it. And on Friday, we are going to have a live lesson on Google Classroom. So I want you to log in at the time that you're going to have maths. And don't worry, I'm going to send you a reminder on Friday morning, and I'm going to send you instructions on how to do it. But just make sure your phone is charged and you have maybe some headphones, and that you have the app downloaded, the Google Classroom app downloaded, or if you're using a computer, you log into Google Classroom on your computer. So yeah, have a go at these 3 questions for homework.